Yo, what's good everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can actually lower your ping in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2. These are all of the best methods that I have personally used, a lot of my friends have used, and every single pro player uses as well. Real quick before we start this video though, I'm actually doing a V-Buck and Battle Pass giveaway every single month for all of 2024. It's very easy to enter and it's very simple. All you guys have to do is subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, drop a like on this video, turn on notifications, and then the most important part is to make sure that you are using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. The reason why you want to make sure you are using code KDOG is because every 100 people that use my code, I'll actually be giving back $10 in V-Bucks to you guys. So once you guys have completed all those steps, you can either comment down below done, or you can DM me proof of that on my Twitter. And if you send me proof of you using my code, then you have an extra entry into the V-Buck giveaway. I still have to do the one from last month. I'm not trying to like finesse you guys or nothing. I'm not lying that I haven't I've already done it or something. I still have to do last month's one. So the first person to DM me on Twitter asking for the V-Bucks, I'll actually give it to them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Alright, so let me actually quickly go over where the actual servers are located themselves. So if you guys just want to know why you don't have straight up zero ping in general, it's because it really just matters on where you live in the world and what region you're actually playing on. So starting off with North America, for the East and West servers, these are not the servers that tournaments are played on. So if you want to get zero ping in tournaments, you have to live in Dallas, Texas, or you have to live just somewhere in Texas in general. That is the place where you're going to be getting the lowest ping, because the central servers are located exactly in Dallas, Texas. If you're playing in the East, then the actual places where you will get lower ping is in Portland. Actually, sorry, that's for the West Coast. So it is Portland, Columbus, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. And then for the East Coast, it is Kansas City, Washington, D.C., and Columbia. In South America, there is a region in Sao Paulo. And then for Europe, the servers are in London, Paris, Ireland, Frankfurt, Milan, and Helsinki. I'm not sure how to say that completely. In Middle East, the servers are in Bahrain. In Asia, they're in Mumbai, Singapore, Taiwan, Seoul, and Tokyo. And then Oceania, the servers are in Sydney. Alright, now that the actual server locations are out of the way, let's get into some ways that you can actually lower your ping no matter on where you live in the world. Another thing that I saw in my last video that I made on this is a lot of people said that they get lower ping in creative than they actually do in game, and they're wondering why that is. It's because in creative you're always going to get lower ping than in game. There is really no way to transfer your creative ping to the actual game, because in creative, like, the game just has to load less, there's less people on the server, and like if you're just playing by yourself, you're obviously just going to have lower ping than playing in a 100 person lobby that has to render like a whole map and like everyone's like actions at the same time. So it is pretty, like, you're never going to be able to get the same creative ping as you have in game. Your creative ping will always be lower than your in-game ping. All right, so let's just get the most basic tip out of the way first, but I know a lot of people still don't know about this, is you want to make sure that you are playing on an Ethernet cable, and specifically a cat Ethernet cable. This is obviously the most important thing you can do. An Ethernet cable pretty much cuts out any lag spikes you would ever experience. Pretty much your console is plugged straight into your internet box, and it doesn't have to go through like Wi-Fi and like stuff like that to be able to gain a connection. But you might be asking, what if I'm not able to actually get an Ethernet cord because my internet box is too far away from my console and there's just no possible way for me to be able to connect one? Well, I have a solution for you as well. What you want to do is you want to be getting a Wi-Fi extender. A Wi-Fi extender is pretty much acts as a middle point between your console and your actual Wi-Fi box. This is what I have since I play in the basement and my Wi-Fi box is upstairs. Using a Wi-Fi extender is by far one of the best things you can do if you don't have an Ethernet cable. A quick tip I have for you if you are going to be getting a Wi-Fi extender though, is make sure that you get an extender that is the same company as your actual internet box. So for me, I have an Xfinity internet, so I'm obviously going to get an Xfinity Wi-Fi extender. You can also plug in an Ethernet cord into your Wi-Fi extender, so you are still kind of playing on like Ethernet if you're plugging your Wi-Fi extender in to your actual console. Alright, next is a tip that I don't see very many people talk about at all, and it is pretty much to make sure that you restart your console fully before you end up playing anything. So what I mean by that is, say you're hopping on your console or your PC and like you're just watching YouTube or something for a little bit, and then you get on Fortnite and you still have YouTube open in the background, or you're listening to Spotify and you still have YouTube, and you have YouTube and Spotify and Twitch open in the background, and then you're still trying to play Fortnite at the same time. That is one of the worst possible things you can do, because then your console or your PC has to like process all those other things in the background. It takes up network connection and it isn't able to just focus on network for Fortnite. So basically what I'm trying to say here is, every single time after you're done like watching a YouTube video or watching watching a stream, restart your PC, restart your console, and then only have Fortnite open when you are actually playing it, just so there's nothing else in the background. And make sure you're also not downloading anything in the background or updating a different game or something as well, because that'll make your ping go up as well, and we're trying to get the lowest ping possible here. Alright, so the next thing is that another one that I don't see a lot of people talking about is getting the best DNS server for whatever region you're in. So pretty much what I would do is I would just look up like best DNS server for Arizona if I lived in Arizona, or best DNS server for New York if I lived in New York, and then a lot of different ones will pop up. And if you don't want to use any ones that are specific to your region, and here is the best one that I have personally used, it is the Cloudflare one. It is pretty much for your primary DNS. You just go into your Wi-Fi settings on your console or on your PC, and you pretty much just type in DNS server. Like there'll be an option for DNS server there, and you want to go in the primary section, and you want to type in 1.1.1.1, and then for your secondary you want to type in 1.0.0.1. So this is the Cloudflare one, and this is one of the best ones that I have personally found. All right, now let's get into some tips on how you can actually lower your input delay. I feel like this goes like very coordinates like well with ping, so we're gonna get into some tips on how you can actually lower your input delay as well. The first one that you obviously want to make sure that you are doing is turning off your replays. Everybody should know this by now. Turn off your replays, just make sure those are off. There's no reason to have them on, even if like, unless you're like a content creator that needs them on. Having your replays on is pretty much just a thing that infinitely records your games, and that is just adding so much input delay, especially if you're on a console. If you're on a PC, I could see maybe like having your replays on wouldn't be too much of an issue, but if you're on a console, turn those things off. There is no reason to have those on in 2024. The next tip I have for you guys is another in-game setting. It is pretty much making sure that you change your matchmaking region to whatever specific region you play on, and don't put it on auto. I find this actually helps my ping a lot more than I would ever expect it to. My ping is, or when my matchmaking region is on auto, my ping seems to be more like fluctuating between like higher things, because Fortnite doesn't know whether to put me in the actual central servers, and especially since I'm located more like towards the middle of the United States, it kind of puts me sometimes in west, sometimes it puts me in more of an eastern region. But if it's specifically on NA Central, I will always only be in NA Central, and my ping is the most consistent there. This next one is always one of the most controversial ones that I talk about in this video, but especially if you are a console player, this one will really help out a lot more than you guys think, and it has to do with turning off visual sound effects. Now I know a lot of you guys probably hate the idea of that, and if you're a person that's playing competitive, I would definitely recommend to just keep those on just because of how useful they are. But if you're just a person playing for fun and you have visual sound effects on, I would definitely just recommend turning those off, because it'll lower your input delay a bunch. It'll make your game less choppy and framey because you have to like load extra things on your screen all the time, and your FPS will be a lot better, and it'll be able to run your ping better as well. Other than that, that is pretty much all for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we're trying to hit 50,000 subs as soon as possible, and I appreciate all you new guys that have subbed to the channel. Turn on notifications as well, and if you guys want to enter that V-Buck giveaway, remember, just use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. It is by far the best way to support me, helps me to continue to fund to be able to make these videos. And if you guys just want to like keep seeing more of these videos, remember, use code KDOG, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.